Hi folks, welcome to the show. Lately I've been thinking I need to get out more and see the world, so I've gone on a hunting expedition. What am I hunting, you may ask? One of the most elusive things known to man. An original video idea. I caught a glimpse of one a while ago, but I'm not sure where it's gone now.
Well, that's enough outdoors for one existence. But you know, I still want to experience all the elegance and majesty of nature. If only there was a way to do that from the comfort of my own home. Preferably with the voice of three-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane.
Notice the exotic African wildlife.
For those not in the know, these shiny frisbees are called DVDs, and they were the primary way people used to watch movies in the dark ages known as the 2000s. But what happens when you get bored of watching the thing you paid for? Well, if we turn to the back of the box, you'll find the table scraps. The bonus features section was there mainly to justify the purchase of a DVD. They'd contain all sorts of exclusive content such as behind the scenes looks into the movie, deleted scenes, and even some classic Disney shorts. Or at least they were exclusive before everyone and their goldfish started uploading them online. Now, most people only ever saw these as a way to fill out the menu screen. That's exactly what they were. But occasionally you'd get a bonus features section that was absolutely magical. And for me, these came in the form of 2-disc special edition Disney DVDs. That's right, not only was there a single 1.2mm waste of plastic, now there was 2. Having an entire disc reserved solely for the bonus features allowed the people working on these home releases to get much more ambitious with the content they put in, and that led to my favourite part of early 2000s bonus features, the games. These poorly rendered time wasters used to leave me speechless as a kid, like you really felt you were flying on the magic carpet. As dated as these seem now, for their time they were incredibly impressive. They'd be 10 to 15 minute distractions featuring original animations, the voice actors from the movie reprising their roles, and some of the most immersive gameplay ever. But among these, one stands out. A DVD game so ambitious and entertaining that I would honestly consider it one of the greatest bonus features of all time. I'm talking, of course, about the Mattatta's Virtual Tea Party. Everyone knows Timon and Pumbaa from the Kingdom Hearts game series, but few people remember these characters actually became popular enough to appear in a small movie known as The Lion King. In 2003, The Lion King was re-released on special edition DVD, and with it, one of the greatest second discs in history. Immediately putting it in your hit across the face by Hans Zimmer's gripping and emotional score.
Welcome to the world of the Lion King.
And would you look at all that content? Not only do they have behind the scenes stuff on the movie, but sections dedicated to the stage adaptation and music. You could spend hours going through everything on this disc. Not that I would know. This is incredible! If they did this for the second disc, imagine what the first disc's menu was like.
Behold the wondrous realms of the Pridelands.
Never mind. But we're not here to gawk at DVD menus. I've set aside September for that. We're here to go on a virtual adventure, so why don't we get started?
Welcome to the Timon and Pumbaa Virtual Safari.
Wait a minute. That's not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane. What, did 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane think he was too good for Timon and Pumbaa's Virtual Safari on Disc 2 of the Lion King Special Edition? This is an outrage! Well, if 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane didn't want to be associated with this, what does that say about the game? Let's find out. So we have 2 choices. We can either pick the boat or the Jeep. Now, personally, I don't trust anything without wheels, so we'll be picking the Jeep to start off with. Now, something you'll quickly notice about this game is that it's not much of a game. Each safari consists of watching a terribly animated CGI savannah with Pumbaa and not 3-time Tony Award winner Nathan Lane talking off-screen and occasionally having to decide whether to go left or right. Oh, how am I supposed to choose? Depending on what you pick, you'll be treated to a quick gag before getting back on the main path. But sometimes the choices are much more interesting. Towards the end, the visuals on screen get a decent upgrade as you travel through the Outlands and get chased by hyenas, which includes one joke that still makes me laugh to this day.
What do we do? Forward, backward, left, right?
There are no arrows on screen!
As for the boat, it's more or less the same, only the setting allows for them to make a lot of references to the Jungle Cruise, which I'm sure is a lot of fun for people who've had a chance to go on a Jungle Cruise. I'm not one of those people. I do get the idea that this started out as just the boat and the Jeep Safari was put together last minute, because there is a lot more work put into the animation and just more paths to choose from on the boat.
It doesn't matter though, since you end up dying at the end of both of them.
Yeah, you heard me. On both these safaris, no matter what you choose, you end up meeting your grim demise. It's like the people making this really hated Timon and Pumbaa. Whether it's crashing the Jeep in a cave, falling off a waterfall, or, my personal favourite, being violently drowned in a whirlpool.
Whirlpool! Getting dizzy! I can't breathe!
Following that, we go back to the beginning of the ride and look at our pictures, which are just really bad low quality images of Timon and Pumbaa from the movie pasted over the screen. But they're so cheap and bad, I kinda love them. Now you may notice on the selection screen, aside from the boat and the Jeep, there's also a third option. So let's see what that has in store.
Sorry, folks, we're not quite ready for you yet. Come back in the spring.
Oh, but Timon, couldn't we just tell him a little bit about the next virtual safaris we're building?
Yeah, this weird bonus feature kinda became its own series, with 2 other entries found on both Lion King sequels. And being the waste of cells I am, I naturally own both of these, so I guess we'll take a look at them too. Starting with Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, we have Virtual Safari 2.0. It's not a good sign when you number your sequels like Disney Infinity games, but we'll press on.
We're sinking to our doom!
I'll give them credit, they had the balls to kill off Timon and Pumbaa just over a minute in this time.
Now that's what I call efficiency.
And even if the CGI still looks too close to YouTube's kids videos for my liking, the actual visuals are much more interesting this time around with a lot more camera movements. Though there are quite a few times shots aren't in first person, which does kind of take away the immersion of the first 2 virtual safaris. I'll at least say it doesn't end with death this time. Instead, after being sent into space and destroying the entire Pridelands upon re-entry, Virtual Safari 2.0 ends with Pumbaa hitting on an elephant.
Tell me, miss, are you busy later?
Now is that better or worse?
Why can't it be both?
Well, we have one more virtual safari to check out, so let's jump right into 1.5 on Lion King 1.5.
Which in the UK we call the Lion King 3. Because we just hate fractions.
This is easily the best looking and most ambitious of all the virtual safaris. For one, this has a full storyline with Timon having built a ride based off the Lion King and is testing it out. Naturally, things go literally off the rails, taking us through many homages to classic Disney rides with a Lion King twist, such as Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, and The Haunted Mansion. Then it also decides to throw in the Yeti from the Matterhorn with no explanation. Surprisingly, Safari 3.0 also features some traditional animation in a few spots. It's nothing mind-blowing, but it makes it feel like a lot more time went into this than the previous safaris. But let's be honest, this is the best virtual safari just because of special guest Marge Simpson.
What's he doing in Africa? He'll melt.
And that was a quick look back at Timon and Pumbaa's virtual safari. Hands down, the second greatest bonus feature to ever exist on a Disney DVD. Why only second best? Well, you just can't beat the Mad Hatter's Tea Party.